Hello everybody, welcome to this little Miro introduction to this collaboration tool that we've designed for the climate crisis, AI Hackathon 2021. Sorry, this is going to be fairly informal as an introduction, so I kind of apologize for that, but I'm pretty sure you'll find it quite useful. There's a lot of links out there to show like how Miro works in general and how to use this tool, and in fact we've embedded some of the links. I'll show you where they are. This video is designed to show you in particular the way that we've designed this board just to help you navigate through the hackathon in general. You've probably already received an email with your password in order to get into the Miro boards if you are participating in this AI hackathon. If not, reach out to us on Slack to get that so you can access this. And what you're looking at right now is the Miro application. And this is the application that we highly recommend that you use. You can use it in a browser. I'll explain how that works a little bit later on, but I want to show you the actual application itself because the user experience will be much better, I find, to navigate around and click on the embedded links. So let me just start giving you a little bit of high level how this works. So the first link that you get, you're going to come into the main board. These are the tabs of the different boards that we have available to you. But the very first board that you're going to come in contact with is this one. This one is the main board that you'll have for all the information that you'll need in order to complete the hackathon. And the way that it's designed is we have on the left side here actually a decision tree just to help you get through. Make sure you don't miss any of the steps. So you can say, welcome to the hackathon. First, want to understand how Miro works, or you might want to do the ice freezer activity. We're calling it ice freezer instead of an ice breaker because the ice freezer, we don't like melting ice. We'd rather keep the ice frozen. I mean, it is a climate crisis after all. So we've chosen that, but it's an ice breaker essentially. So when you click on a link, it'll bring you into the main board. So here's the main stage of the hackathon. And the main stage is divided into 9 sections. We may add some more here and there, or depending, we might modify it a little bit depending on what we do, but in essence, it'll be something like this. I'd highly recommend you start off here with the intro to Miro. And these are the links, for example, the essential links, how to use Miro, the board basics, etc. This is going to help you collaborate a little bit better. If you click on it, you'll get a link. You click on that link, this one goes to YouTube. It'll open up the YouTube video. We put the time for the video. They're not very long. We think that it's very useful. So look at this information, get to know Miro. Then later on, you want to try the ice freezer activity. This activity here, you can start. It's just going to give you just the basics on how to navigate. You can add little sticky notes and text templates, shapes, arrows. You can draw. You can add templates over here to different things. So this little exercise will just get you used to doing this once you've done the exercise, once you've gotten through all the little videos, and also help you to know better your team. You're going to just put some basic information on how to contact you. These are going to be people that you're working with. So hopefully you kind of fill out these squares and you'll be able to see the kind of people that are there. Maybe you can contact them. I don't know if you'll be forming the teams at this time, or even if you have a general question of information about it, so people get to know. This is going to be the question answer space. The question answer space is an interactive here. So it's basically it's a spreadsheet. It's a spreadsheet. You can choose. So if you click on here and double click it, it'll open up the spreadsheet and you can choose whichever challenge that you do. You can enter a question here and we will get the answer. We'll put the answer over here and we'll put who answered it by, and then you can just close this and we will answer it. So any kind of question that you might have, you can go here to try to find that answer. This one here, if you go see a workshop, any information or tables or whatever is printed in the workshop that you might find useful, we're going to put it in this workshop section. Here we have a mentor, speaker, and judges section. This you can get to know the mentors a little bit better. See what their skill set is. Sorry, I didn't mean to add that. So you can get to know what their skill set is, get to know who they are. You can make an appointment to see one of them. So we're going to have the mentors here, the speakers and the judges, so you can get to know them a little bit better. There'll also be a schedule here. So this will fill up with more information as we get it. This box here is the challenges section. I'll get to that one. I'll just come back to it because there's a link over there. This one, anything you've seen in the last couple of days, we had some presentations that went live. We know that it didn't go really smoothly the last couple of days with that live presentations, but all the presentations will end up here, so you can refer back to them. This is going to be, for example, the judging criteria. You can view them here. You'll also be able to see any other presentation that was done, so we'll put everything there. This, I'll just come back to, this is our facilitators corner. The facilitators are here to help you, one, navigate the board, but to help coordinate things. If you have a question, or you want to see a mentor, or you want to get with another team, or you're not sure about Miro, or really anything kind of at all, the facilitators are here to give you a hand. You can get to talk to them over Slack, but they'll also try to come and visit you guys, and I'll show you some ways to communicate in your own space. Now these ones, planning your strategy, these are some information on some of the canvases that we're making available to you that you can fill out in your own space, which I'll show you in moments. Each team will have their own space. But you can look and get more information on how to fill out these canvases that'll help you out. Now here, I'm going to show you, these are the different challenges. So this is going to be the information and where to go to access the challenge. So once you've chosen your challenge, so let's say you've chosen the sea ice challenge, you'll be able to click on the link. Okay, so the links are up here, the hyperlinks, and it will bring you to that board. So I'm going to click on this link right now, and voila, it brought me to the Sea and Ice collaboration board. Now if you see up the top, this was a different tab, so it really just went through a tab. So this is the tab for the main board, which also has announcements that we're putting over here, which I forgot to mention, but it is the main board, whereas the Sea and Ice, it opens it up as another tab, and this is where you'll actually do the work. So these are your own team spaces. It's a collaboration space. So what you do is you'll grab a space and you'll make whatever name you want, put like a team name over there, and this is a place to get your team information. So if you're organizing a meeting, what you can do is put the time of the meeting here so all your team members know, and here paste the link. So if you're using Google Meet or Zoom or whatever tool you're doing in order to make these meetings, put the link here. Now why I'm proposing this, one, if you're on the Miro board, first of all your team members will be able to see the link. It's just easy to access. But in addition to that, if facilitators want to join you in your meeting, or if mentors want to join you in your meeting, if they come to your board and find that information, because they're probably not going to be on your email or calendar list. So they'll know what time it is, they'll have the link, they'll go up, they're in a meeting right now, they can click the link and join you. So it's just a way to help us communicate with you and communicate back, just to see how progress is going and see if there's any way that we can help you. Also, in order to enable this communication, there's just some communications boards. So if a mentor or a facilitator, as they navigate and just look around and check out the different boards, they're going to wander over top of your board, and you can leave a question. You can just click on here and leave a question for a facilitator, and the question, whatever it is, they can look at the question, they can answer this question for you right there, and maybe put it in the question box if that's the thing. And the same over here is for other teams. And so other teams can come and same thing, type information, questions, comments, because all of the team members are really encouraging collaboration in this event, because we really want to focus on finding the solutions for climate change. So you're free to go around and look at all the other teams' boards, see what they're doing. Maybe it's going to spark some ideas for you. Maybe you'll see they put something interesting, a post-it or some kind of interesting information on the board. You might wonder what they're doing, or maybe ask for a bit of feedback. So when you go to that team's board, you can just go in and type that question and see if they're there to chat. Oh, well, this one here for the other the other teams. So you can go in here and you can chat with them, or maybe even put them in a meeting if you share the link over here if you really want to talk to them. So these are just other ways to help communicate. There's a little to-do list you can put to, again, to help organize. Here are some of the canvases. So if you're here, and I'll show you an example of a link. So here's a sustainable business model canvas. So here you can write down information about sustainable partners, value creation. But if you're unsure what this is about, I know that we gave a presentation about this systematic approach to sustainability. So we gave you some information there. You'll be able to go back and see the presentation. But there's a link here. So if you want to get more information about this canvas, you click here and it'll bring you to the spot which gives you more information about that canvas. So you can look at that. To get back to your thing, you can go back to the challenges, go back to your sea ice challenge where you were, and it'll bring you back to your main board and you can find your team again. Alternatively, you can just switch back and forth, of course, to the different tabs once you're familiar with the different layouts. Also in the center, there's this hyperlinks over here to get you back to the main thing. So if you want the question answer, it goes back right to the question answer space. Again, it goes back, we're here on the main board. So it brings you back to the main board. Okay, so to get back to your challenge, you can click on the link here, or just click back on the tab and it'll bring you back. Okay, so that is in a nutshell. Also bear in mind when you go into a new one, so as soon as you click one for the very first time, so let's just click on this one and see, it takes a little bit to load in and it'll take more time to load in, especially when more people have started to collaborate on it. Let's see if this one's already there. This one's already there. Let's see this one. No, it's already loaded in. Most of them are already loaded in. Okay, this one. So this one's going to load in. Okay, that loaded in fairly quickly. I guess they're all kind of preloaded in. But just bear in mind, it may take you 30 seconds or a minute or so for this board to load in. Also might depend on your internet connection and the speed of your computer. So just be a little bit patient with that. Now, the reason why I'm recommending that you use the application instead of a browser, should you have that option. It's not available for Linux. So you need a Windows and a Mac computer. So if you have a Linux machine, you'll open it up in the browser, use Chrome or whatever one you want. But if you use a browser, what happens is that when you're, let's say you're over here, when you click on a link, say to go to the main stage, when you're in the app, it brings you right to this tab of the main stage. So it'll just keep you going back and forth between these two tabs as you click on the links. If you're using a browser, then when you click on the link, it'll open a new tab. So every time you click a link, it'll open a brand new tab and load it in. And it takes about, again, 30 seconds to a minute to load in that tab. So if you're using a browser, if you choose to use a browser, or if you have to use a browser, click on the links to see where you're going. But once you get used to navigating the main board a little bit, it'll be much better just to use the tabs going back and forth in order to do that. All right? So that is in a nutshell how our Miro board is going to work. I really hope you have a great hackathon. We really look forward to your solutions, and I hope that you find this collaboration tool really, really useful. We like using it, so I hope you're going to like it too. So I will cut the video at that. And we'll see you in the hackathon.